All right, so you're considering making a move to Belleair Beach, Florida, and you're wondering what it's about. Well, in today's video, we're going to cover that. And this is such a great little beach. We are just north of Indian Rocks Beach. Belleair Beach is about 1.9 miles of white sandy beaches. It's private. The community actually owns the beach here, which is, you know, good or bad depending on what your preference is. But if you're looking for something more private, this is definitely going to be your type of lifestyle. It also has a ton of property for sale on the intercoastal waterway too. So, you know, boating's important to you. We're going to cover a little bit of that today, but I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse. You know, we're earlier in the season here, and it is a gorgeous day to be out here. You can see the water behind me. So I'm going to share everything that Belleair Beach has to offer with you guys. If this is your first time to the channel, we make videos that are all things Tampa Bay. What it's like to live here, what it's like to work here, what it's like to play here, the food, the dining, the outdoors, the beaches, and the sunshine. My name is Juan Alcala. I'm a team leader here with the True Living Group. We help people just like you relocate, move, buy, and invest in real estate here in the Tampa Bay area. You can call, text, DM. I've even got a calendar link down below. Feel free to comment. You know, when you guys comment and subscribe and like to these videos, it gives me the fuel to keep going, and it tells me that you like what you're seeing here, so please feel free to do that as well. But today we're going to tour a few different properties in the area. I'm going to give you a sense of what it would be like to live here in Belleair Beach, and this is just an absolutely gorgeous, stunning day. I'm so happy to share it with you guys because, you know, some days it's cloudy, very few, but it does happen. So if that interests you, we're going to get to that right after this. So I'm walking the sandy beaches here in Belleair Beach, and as you can see behind me, all of these stunning, beautiful homes. There are very few small little properties here on the Gulf Coast anymore, and Belleair is very private. The thing that's going to be different from here versus you know, St. Pete Beach or an Indian Rocks Beach, Madeira Beach, those type of areas, is you're not going to see bars and restaurants stacked up on Gulf Boulevard like you normally do on the rest of those areas where you have tourists and the availability to, you know, go have food and dining. You have to go back into Belleair proper in order to enjoy those amenities, or up into Clearwater or south into Indian Rocks Beach, which isn't a problem because this entire beach is about 1.9 miles. It's not very large at all. Very private community. It's just a beautiful place to be. So, you know, again, if that's something that interests you, this is probably going to be one of those areas that you really enjoy, just because of the seclusion, the privacy that you have in the area. It's just a really good spot to consider. So we're going to go check out some of those properties. I'm going to take you to a few now, and just give you guys a lay of the land when it comes to Belleair Beach, because y'all, I mean, come on now. Okay, let's go check out some houses. right, y'all, so now we get to show you this house here, and this house is absolute stunner. It's the one directly behind me right here. It is a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,950 square foot approximately, listed at 1.3 million. It does have the option to go furnished. It has a pool, covered lanai, and it's absolutely beautiful. Tons of upgrades and amenities here, but we are in a nice little a cul-de-sac at the end of this street, and we're on 16th Street here, right off of Gulf Boulevard. The private beach that I just left you guys is a 8-minute walk from this property specifically. So I mean, nice easy walk. If you want to pop in the car and go head over there too, as a member of the community, you have access to it. Again, that's private. There is no public beach here in Belleair. It's the closest thing you're going to get to a gated community on the Gulf, which is fantastic. But you do have access to your own private beach down here at the end of the road, which I'm going to take you guys to here in a second. But you'll see the styles of architecture are different, because a lot of these areas were established 60, 70, 80 years ago, and they had small cottages on them back then, and since then people come in and maybe they keep the existing property. Like this home right here was probably built in the 60s or 70s, and you got another one, this was probably built in the 80s, and then you're having what we call a scrape and build. Okay, so they'll come in and they'll buy some of those small coastal cottages, which there are very few and far between anymore. Honestly, there are just hardly any of them. Most of the houses are very well established at this point, so they're either block homes, like the one you saw behind me there, or they have come in, tore them down, and renovated them, just like they're doing on the corner right here with this property. You can see right there. So, at this point with real estate continuing to climb, and really escalate in price, people are looking for these properties, and what may look like expensive to one person is a steal to another. As we get this huge influx of people from the West Coast and Canadians and people coming from the Northeast to Florida, our taxes are cheap. Even these communities, I'm telling you right now, I study real estate all across the country, and we don't pay. As a coastal region, Tampa is very inexpensive, and I just love that. So I'm walking you guys down to the end of the cul-de-sac here, as you can see, to your own little private dock and your own little private beach, where you get to kind of come hang out, put your feet in the water, and check out the bridge that goes right over into Belleair. And like we discussed earlier, Belleair Beach is separate of Belleair, which is going to be right over the intercoastal waterway right here. I'm going to show you guys real quick, but you can see directly behind me, there's the bridge. We got these guys jet skiing right here. Everybody out here has got their own boat slip. They can put boats in the water. Just a beautiful little area here to come hang out, bring the dog, bring the family, come sit at the end of the block, and then you can walk directly across the street and be on the Gulf of Mexico in literally minutes. Just beautiful. And we talked about it a little bit when we started this, but the average price point here, you're gonna look it up on a map and it's gonna not be correct, because things have been changing so fast. Right now, if you want to be anywhere near Belleair Beach or the intercoastal here, you're going to be looking about $1 million plus, just for perspective. But you can get some pretty nice homes. I know that only being a 2-bedroom, might throw some people off, but it's 2,900 square feet. And again, depending on where you're coming from, that might not be big at all. It might be huge. I don't know for sure. But in the area here, a 3,000 square foot single story property is a big home, and that's more than enough to probably add that 3rd bedroom if you need that. But most people aren't looking for that. Whether this is a second home to you or an investment, because you want to do short-term rentals or Airbnb, it's a really good option for you. So, we're going to probably check out 2 more today. I want to give you something on the intercoastal so you can kind of get an idea what that would look like. Probably not going to tour any of the big boys today, because now you're talking in the range of $5 to $12 million pretty easily to get on the Gulf, just depending on the size of the property. Some of them over there are 3,000 square foot like this guy was, and other ones are 8,500 square feet. So entirely different vibe altogether, but they do exist here. You do have access to them. They don't go on sale a whole lot, because again, this is a very private community. People have moved here for a reason. And when those properties go up, typically they're exchanged off market, meaning that you never saw it on Zillow or Realtor.com or Redfin, but we do have access to them. So if you're looking for that type of real estate, please feel free to contact me directly. You can schedule a time on my calendar. I'll get back to you guys, but we are always working with the local agents. We always know, have a good idea of what property is getting ready to move. And, when you have those relationships, you have access. So just wanted to share that context with you guys today. And again, we'll probably check out at least 2 more properties and then, get you on your way. And we'll check out Belleair another day, but Belleair Beach is where it's at. So what I wanted to do now is give you guys a sense of what type of property you can buy here on the intercoastal in Belleair Beach. And this is going to be very similar to most of the beach communities here in Pinellas County. We're on the Gulf of Mexico, and when we start talking about the intercoastal, whether it's Clearwater, Belleair, Indian Rocks Beach, Belleair Beach, Reddington, all the way down to St. Pete Beach, you're going to find these types of properties here. And this one right here, which does have a pending offer on it, was listed for $2 million. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,780 square feet, huge deck on the back of the house. Very nice home. It does have a pool. It's got a boat dock right on the intercoastal, and it is absolutely stunning, y'all. But this is the exact type of property you're going to find in this price range just about everywhere on this coast, right? So you're talking over 20 miles of coastline. And if we start looking at the intercoastals, the reason why that's attractive to people is because that's where you can put your boat. There are no boat docks on the Gulf of Mexico, boat slips where you can park your boat up front. So, most people who have a boat that want to walk out their back door and get into the Gulf of Mexico, you either put your boat in a marina or you're going to have a home with a boat dock on it. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys some insights on that. It's a beautiful home. It's a little corner lot here. I won't say little, but corner lot here that backs right up to one of the fingers that's on the inside of the actual intercoastal waterways here in Belleair Beach. But one of the other cool things about Belleair is it is a little bit more private. You've got Belleair Beach, Belleair Bluffs, Belleair, and there's no public beach per se in Belleair Beach, so it's a little bit more private. There's some huge homes, which I'll show you guys as we do a driving tour. You'll be able to check out those houses on Belleair Beach, specifically on the Gulf side, and they're huge. I think Ryan Howard, who used to play for the Phillies, I'm a little bit older, but he built this huge home. I will drive past it and show you guys that too, but just want to give you a little bit of insight as to what it might look like if you were going to make the decision to purchase here. And boating's important to you. Say you have a boat and you have to have a dock. Well, this is a way to go. And like I said, you can spend as much money as you want here, just like any other place. You can see right there's the intercoastal, all the boats directly behind me on this side too. All of these homes right here as well are all in the intercoastal too. So just a beautiful area, definitely something worth considering if you're considering making the move to the Tampa Bay area in general. this property here that we're about to check out is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, just over 1,700 square feet. It's currently listed at just over 925,000. There is no pool at this house, unfortunately, like the other properties we're going to tour today. But it is in a great location. Again, you're minutes away from the public beach here. You're actually really close to Morgan Park, which we're going to check out today as well. But we're also right across from the intercoastal waterway. And what do I mean by that is, like, literally, this is the intercoastal waterway on this side, and this would be your place here. So this is facing due west. Right back there is the Gulf of Mexico. So this way, when you're looking out, you're gonna be looking at sunrises. When you're looking out that way, you're gonna be able to see the sunsets, which is great. But this is a great area just to come out, walk, you know. And the thing about Belleair, if you're gonna dig into this type of lifestyle, it's just, again, it's very private. There's not a whole lot going on. You're not going to see cars tearing up and down the road. Most of the people that live here or own homes here are really interested in that seclusion. And then what you can do is you can jump up, go to the end of the block here. Again, that's Gulf Boulevard, and you are, I mean, at this point we're less than 3 miles down to Clearwater Beach if you want to go down there and get busy. But again, you got access to your own private beach, and you can also go down to Indian Rocks Beach for the amenities, or go right over, and that's where you're going to find your Publix, your E&E Steakhouse. You got Seaweed Restaurant over there. There's so many good places. That's where my wife and I go to eat a lot of the times, because we're just a few miles down the road at Indian Rocks Beach, as we discussed before. So great community. Again, good little property here. I want to kind of take you around the side here too, just so to give you some context about the size of the property, because this property, and pretty much all the ones in the neighborhood here, you know, these are old block homes, so they were built in either the 60s or 70s. They've been probably updated once or twice, hopefully, by that time. But I want to give you an idea of the size of the lot here, because as you can see, it's a little bit tight on the back end. But you know, when you're looking at real estate and everything costs over $1 million at this point, to be anywhere south of a million is a good price point. There were a few properties that were listed, you know, in that 800,000 to $1 million range over the last month or two, but they got scooped up right away. So another great property here, and just again want to give you guys an idea what that looks like. Hope that helps. So we're gonna go check out, let's go check out Morgan Park. I think you guys will enjoy it. So now we're at Morgan Beach Park, which is public, so you can come down here, pay to park, and good little area. Something to take note of here is most of Pinellas County does not allow for dogs to be on the beaches. I always forget to say that, and I have a dog, but I want to make sure you guys know there's plenty of public parking for the location. You've actually got restrooms right here as well, and then we've got a covered gazebo, which is really nice. And down here usually in May, we'll find sea turtles, which is pretty cool. So it's a place to come hang out. There's some grilling areas here. You'll be able to see that behind me as well. Little sandy beach. And then of course that leads back out to the public beaches, I'm sorry, the private beaches again. And you'll see that behind me here. Y'all can see the beach. Guys. It's paradise. So as we wrap up this day, I want to thank you for taking the time to take this journey with me. I know usually my videos are a lot longer. I hope you got some context out of this, but Belleair is just a wonderful place. If you're considering, you're looking for a secluded, you know, a little bit more private area in terms of a beach community right on the Gulf, I strongly encourage you to consider Belleair Beach. It is totally worth it, especially if it fits in your price point. And hey, please connect, leave a comment below, make sure you subscribe and click that little bell. That lets me know that you guys are really enjoying the content that we're creating, and it keeps me going. So I'm getting lots of phone calls and reach outs from people just like you all around the country right now who are considering moving. I mean, our phones are on fire, and it's no surprise. A lot of people are moving to the Sun Belt, and Florida has just been exploding, and it's been getting busy, y'all. So I appreciate every one of you who takes the time to connect with me personally, and just know when it comes to making that move, investing or relocating in the Tampa Bay area, me and my team here at the True Living Group, we have got your back. And until next time, go out, live that Tampa life, y'all.